nausea.
Try new Pepto-Bismol liquid caps for fast relief and ultra coating.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
New Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. Use as directed.
We try to make healthy choices, but do you ever choose the air you breathe? Now you can, with a complete indoor air quality package from Wave Home Solutions. Included is the Wave Smart Ventilation Unit with computerized sensor control and app to reduce moisture, mold, odors, and insect infestation from your basement or crawl space. It also expels harmful gases such as radon, carbon monoxide, and other pollutants. Addressing the worst air in your home will transform the entire house. Add the Wave 6-stage hospital-grade air purifier, the only one with HEPA filtration, 2 UV lamps, and other processes for a 99% kill rate of a broad range of pollutants and allergens. The Wave Indoor Air Quality Package will make your home a drier, cleaner, and healthier one all year round. It's time you choose the air you breathe. Choose Wave Home Solutions. Call 888-979-WAVE. That's 888-979-WAVE. Or visit dryhousenow.com. dryhousenow.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Every day, Doctors Without Borders teams confront hard facts in conflict and crisis zones. When others might look away, we step in to act. Because measles still kills more than 100,000 children every year. We're there to vaccinate over 1 million worldwide, including those affected by the current outbreak in Democratic Republic of Congo. Because half of all maternal deaths occur during delivery or within 24 hours, we've assisted more than 1.4 million births around the world, including care for new mothers in Afghanistan. Because some countries only have 1 or 2 mental health professionals, we offer counseling and clinical care, providing over 400,000 mental health consultations worldwide last year, including care for migrants and refugees on the dangerous journey north from Central America. The fact is, your acts of care and compassion make our life-saving work possible. Picture the impact we can have together. DoctorsWithoutBorders.org.
Are your tax problems keeping you up at night? Hi, Tax Owl here from the Coast One Tax Group. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, take 10 minutes and call Coast One Tax Group. It could save you 93% or more. Coast One Tax Group helps people all across America save big amounts of money. David from California saved $48,000 on back taxes. James and Lisa from Dallas saved $102,000. Call Coast One Tax Group now at 888-337-6949. A 10-minute call could save 93% or more. So who are you going to call? Coast One Tax Group, that's who. See how much you can save. The consultation is always free. What are you waiting for? Relieve your tax stress today. Call Coast One Tax Group at 888-337-6949.
The home of Notre Dame football. 96.1 WSBT, South Bend. The sports leader.
It's time for Mishawaka Cavemen Basketball, powered by Midland Engineering Company, completing their first century of quality roofing experience. Cavemen Basketball is presented by the School City of Mishawaka, growing leaders in a culture of excellence the Mishawaka way, and the Mishawaka Education Foundation, granting a better future. The Mishawaka Cavemen are also brought to you by Ace Home Appliance Center, BSN Sports, Edward Jones, Industrial Door of Northern Indiana, Kevin Putz with First Midwest Mortgage, Hurt Outdoor Living, Kyle's Auto Repair, Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill, RBI's Unlimited, Rossini Pizza, the Food Bank of Northern Indiana, U.S. Sign Crafters, and Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care. And now it's time for the Mishawaka Cavemen Pregame Show, brought to you by the School City of Mishawaka. Here's the voice of the Cavemen, Sean Stiers.
Along with Vince D'Addario, we are live at Mishawaka High School as we get set for Mishawaka hosting Bremen in boys basketball. Your pregame show is brought to you by School City of Mishawaka, growing leaders in a culture of excellence, the Mishawaka way. So Vince, Mishawaka picked up its first win of the season Monday, 71-63. It was also head coach Ron Heklinski's 395th career win. He needs just 5 to get to number 400, but 4 different players scored in double figures for the Cavemen. Trent Johnson led the way with 14, and then Latrell Franklin, Caleb Williams, Nick Hoopengarner all had 10 points. It wasn't an easy victory by any means. An 8-point win. They led by as many as 16, but I think the most important thing we would all agree is they got the W at the end of the night.
Well, and they had a fourth quarter that was not reminiscent of some of their earlier fourth quarters, but I think is important to note. And they weren't trending in a good direction. Their point totals were going down first, second, third quarter, and then they kind of exploded in the fourth quarter, which is a great sign because some of their previous fourth quarters were nothing to write home about. So definitely a positive to take out of that game. Obviously, a win is a positive thing to take out of that game as well. And that very winnable game today against the Bremen Lions. Both teams come in and have struggled at times, but have also been successful. So it should be a pretty good matchup.
Bremen is 2-3 on the season. They're led by head coach Jerry. He has a record in his fourth season now at the helm. They've lost their last two games coming into tonight, 78-34 to South Bend St. Joseph and 70-30 to John Glenn. Both of those were NIC games. They also beat Argus 60-42 in their opener. The other win, 65-57 over South Central Union Mills 13 days ago. Bremen beat Mishawaka 57-46 last year in Bremen. Mishawaka won 2 years ago, and in fact they won the 3 previous years. So Bremen snapped that winning streak last year with the victory in Bremen. Let's take a timeout. When you come back, you'll hear from Mishawaka head coach Ron Heklinski. This is Mishawaka Caveman basketball on WSBT.
Beyond the Cave is a special partnership between Mishawaka Education Foundation and School City of Mishawaka to help School City students explore the plan for career education options following high school. In the Beyond the Cave Center, trained volunteers assist students and their parents to explore careers in post-secondary education and to succeed in applying for admission and scholarships. Contact the Mishawaka High School Guidance Department to schedule an appointment for you and for your School City students today. Learn more at mishawakaedu.org.
With Mishawaka head coach Ron Heklinski as the Cavemen get set to take on Bremen here tonight. Coach, coming off a win over Elkhart Christian Monday night, and to start with, I know you weren't in a very good mood after seeing the way your team shot free throws the previous Friday against Riley, and it looked like, based on the way you shot Monday night, that they spent a little time working on that.
Well, we actually shot 74%. On Monday night against Elkhart Christian, and good high school teams will shoot between maybe 74, 75 to 78%. Great teams will shoot 80%, and we were shooting in the high 50s. And you cannot win high school games, junior high games, college games if you shoot 50% from the line, if you miss 16 layups, and if you have 18 turnovers. There's just no way you can win.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much our recipe for our first 3 games. Then against Elkhart Christian, we came out and actually played a little bit better. Didn't turn it over as much. Didn't miss as many layups. And you can attribute that maybe to the level of competition. I never do. I never do. Just like coming into Bremen now, and we're watching film on Bremen, and kids are sitting back there saying, "Man, that ain't very good, coach, blah, blah, blah." And you know what I said? I said last year against Bremen, we had a 16-point lead at halftime, and they outscored us 38-12 in the second half. Yeah. So how good are they? I got a saying that goes like this: respect all and fear none. And, the Elkhart Christian game came at a great time for us. We played hard, and we played hard for 32 minutes and got a W. Now tonight is a hell of a big game for us. It's just a big game because we want to keep some momentum. We want to keep building on the confidence, and we want to end this first part of the season on a winning note and get to 2-3.
Well, and when you do get your first win, like you did the other night after dropping your first 3 games, all 3 relatively close games as well, at least going into the fourth quarter, they were all really close. But is it, I guess, what's the attitude the last few weeks been? Is it kind of like a weight lifted off you a little bit once you finally do pick up that first W?
Well, the attitude has always been pretty good in practice. We go hard. We we practice them hard, we get on them hard, we hold them accountable hard. But when you're playing games, there's just, you have to understand that the other team practices too. The other team prepares too, and you have to understand that there's going to be a run. There's always going to be a run, and you have to be able to withstand the run. In the Goshen game, we play. We're okay for 3 quarters. Goshen gives or puts a run on in the 4th quarter. We don't respond to it. Against Elkhart Memorial, it's the same thing. Late in the game, we don't respond to their run. Late in the game, with 2 minutes left, we're down 2 to Riley. Riley outscores us 10-3. Now, you can say, man, it's bad luck. You can say, just ain't happening. But you're responsible for stopping those runs, and you're responsible and accountable for having really good offensive possessions to stop the bleeding. Because that's essentially what you have to do. You have to stop. You have to find a way to stop the bleeding. And whether it's making 2 free throws, against Riley late in the game, we get fouled twice on 3-point attempts, and we go 2 for 6.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that. You go 5 for 6. Now you're really into that game, really, really good. But we're 2 for 6, and now we're still 6-7 down. So it's all plays that you have to make, and there might be a level of confidence that you develop, and you break through maybe one game. Now this next game, tonight's game, we have to continue that.
So as you look at this Bremen team, then what are a couple keys for you guys tonight?
Well, they're going to play. Defensively, we need to pick up full court. We need to get the game going at the speed that we want to tonight and make Bremen handle the ball under adverse conditions. And that's up to us. So we need to make sure we get that done tonight.
Sounds good. Ron Heklinski, looking good as always. Thanks as always. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon.
A little bit lighter. I lost a tooth last week.
That's right.
And I told the refs, here's what I told the refs before the game. I said, listen, man, I had a tooth pulled. And it's just kind of settled in a little bit now. But if I get too edgy and I get too riled up and you guys rile me up too much, I might just be talking at you, yelling at you, and blood come flying out.
And I don't even know it.
So blood come flying out. So make sure that I don't get riled up at you.
Right.
And so hey, Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays to all the people who are less fortunate. We say prayers for everybody, and to you and your family, have a great holiday. And let's hope that the Cavemen can end this first half on a winning note.
All right, sounds good to you.
Basketball coach Ron Heklinski would like to welcome the Lions players, coaches, and fans to today's basketball contest. Sportsmanship at high school and youth league athletic events like this one is becoming a more increasingly difficult issue. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Please give the officials of tonight's game the courtesy and respect that they deserve. And fans, let's take a moment to recognize our future cavemen. Our future cavemen are composed of 7 Mishawaka elementary schools. Let's hear it for them as in attendance, our future cavemen. And ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps. It's time for the national anthem. Tonight we have a special presentation as Trevor Heinsberger from the Mishawaka Band will give us his rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. The flag tonight is brought to you by Mishawaka Utilities.
And here tonight, the head of Mishawaka versus Bremen boys basketball. The Bremen girls beat the Cavemen handily earlier here tonight. And the boys hoping to reverse the trend. Let's give you the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the visiting Lions, a 5'10 senior guard, Reese Willis. A 6'3 sophomore guard, Tony Hardin. A 6'1 sophomore guard, Trevor Devine. A 6'2 sophomore forward, Ty Feldman. And a 6'2 sophomore forward, Carson Miller. The Lions 2-3, coached by fourth-year head coach Jerry Smith. For Mishawaka, it looks like this. A 6-foot senior guard averaging 5 points a game, coming off a season-high tying 7 against Elkhart Christian Monday, Raheem Brayton. A 6'2 junior guard averaging a team best 15.7 points per game, Trent Johnson. A 6'2 sophomore averaging 8.5 points per game, as well as 5 rebounds, Caleb Williams. A 5'11 senior guard averaging 7 points per game, Donovan Snyder. And a 6'4 senior post averaging 6.7 points and 4.5 rebounds, Nick Hoopengarner. Cavemen coached by Ron Hecklinski, 1-3 with Monday's win over Elkhart Christian. 395 wins, 226 losses in 28 seasons as an Indiana high school basketball head coach. School City of Mishawaka pregame show concludes, and we'll give you the uniform descriptions presented by Kevin Frazier and the team at BSN Sports. Mishawaka in the home white, maroon numbers, gold trim. For whatever reason, we still don't know.
It looks good, that's why.
It does look solid, but it's not their color, really.
Well, but don't they have gold pants for football at times? Remember those really ugly?
They're kind of more like yellow, Washington Redskins.
Oh,
but in any case,
okay.
Bremen road green, white numbers, black trim, some black down the sides with white piping as well.
That's fair.
Center court, it is Trent Johnson for Mishawaka and Tony Hardin for Bremen. The official ready after a couple of dribbles, and Mishawaka wins the tip. Hoopengarner has it. Williams on the left wing. Donovan Snyder has the basketball as Mishawaka looks at a 2-3 zone. Johnson in the middle, left wing to Donovan Snyder. Down to the corner it goes to Caleb Williams as Mishawaka moves it around the perimeter. Snyder, who looks like he's got a fresh haircut. A three-pointer coming. Trent Johnson, may the force be with you. Johnson with the three to start the scoring.
Oh, that just made my day. What a good job, because Trent Johnson's a scorer, and you want to get the ball in his hands early. And if you can get him hot early, that's only going to help Mishawaka.
We'll give you the story behind May the Force here in just a minute as Bremen turns it over. So we've got some time. Vince is going to feed me a movie line or a line from a song for every game, and I have to work it into the broadcast.
Right away.
And that was his line tonight with the new Star Wars movie coming out this weekend.
Right off the bat, too. I'm impressed. That's well done.
3-0 Mishawaka, Donovan Snyder. This is his three. Hoopengarner offensive rebound, and his putback is good.
And Hoopengarner getting on the board early, and like I said last game, I really love the way his offensive game has kind of matured and the moves that he has around the basket. Good job there boxing out and putting it right back up for a second chance point.
Just over a minute gone. Mishawaka leading Bremen 5-0, and Bremen out of bounds on the baseline. Good defense down low.
Yeah, by Donovan Snyder. He was able to force Bremen out of bounds as they were trying to drive to the basket, and he just did not allow any kind of entry. Ends up underneath the basket, way too far under. Oh, yeah, they're going to call Trent Johnson for the push-off there offensively. So he's going to pick up his first foul of the day.
Little forearm shiver there. Johnson picks it up. Trent Johnson has been in double figures in all 4 Mishawaka games this season, including the 14 that he had versus Elkhart Christian. Bremen moving left to right, trailing 5-0 with a basketball. Brayton going for a steal, couldn't get it, and Johnson, playing defense this time, is going to be called for another foul.
Well, and that's obviously not a good thing because that's going to be his second foul, and he's going to have to take a seat. We're only a minute and a half into this game, and he started out hot there from beyond the arc, and now you get to see how hot the bench is.
Quickly, Maddox Yohe is in, the 6-foot freshman, averaging 4.5 points a game. He has played in all 4 games as a freshman for the Cavemen.
Well, and he's turning into quite the sixth man for Ron Heklinski. He's the first one off the bench in every game that we've done.
I guess I was told he started the first game, but which is rare for a freshman, but then he has, as you said, come off the bench, and I think he's been a good spark off the bench. Missed shot. Williams with the rebound. Up court, Brayton back to Yohe. Spins inside. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. A second line that Vince dropped me tonight.
Oh, this is a great tradition that we've started. That just gets me so excited.
And the Mishawaka student section, many of them dressed out in ugly Christmas sweaters tonight.
That is awesome. Student section, they came out tonight. I'm very impressed with the numbers there.
They did. Donovan Snyder going for a steal. Loose ball picked up deep in backcourt. Reese Willis with it for Bremen, and a timeout is taken by Jerry Smith. 7-0. Mishawaka leads Bremen after some early excitement here at the Cave. 5:54 to play in the first. We'll take a 30-second timeout on WSBT.
Join us weekdays at 5 for Sports Beats with Darren Pritchett, ND Insider Eric Hansen, and Sean Stiers.
You know, I did see an air fryer on sale again.
I got one.
Did you?
I've been borrowing one. I have one now. I've been using it like crazy. It's going to help the Notre Dame football program so much next year to get rid of that darn oven. The air fryer cuts everything in half.
Okay.
The French fries are crispier. The wide receivers will be crisper coming out of routes.
I love it.
It's going to be fantastic.
Budweiser's weekday Sports Beats, only on WSBT.
7-0 Mishawaka, 5:54 to go here in the first quarter. We've worked a couple lines in already. Home Alone, a Christmas classic.
Oh, fantastic.
What is it, The Rise of Skywalker? Is that what's coming out?
Yes.
Already out this
I think
weekend?
that's what it is.
It's like 10 showings, I think, at the theaters.
Sure there are.
Today.
We'll be seeing that after the new year at my house.
That's right. Harden drives inside, loose ball, picks it up, puts it up, and hits Tony Harden for Bremen. Gets them on the scoreboard. 7-2. Mishawaka leads. 5.5 to play in the first quarter, presented by Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage. Yohe comes to the free throw line to Hoopengarner, drives left side of the lane, deals it down in the corner. 3 by Williams doesn't go, but Donovan Snyder runs down the Mishawaka rebound. An offensive board for the Cavemen. A week ago tonight, they were at Riley and dominated the offensive boards, but couldn't turn it into points. Yohe stops at the right elbow after the dribble, passes outside to Caleb Williams. As Bremen extends its zone, Brayton brings it inside, just in front of the free throw line, out to the wing. Snyder, 3 and air ball. Williams, though, with a rebound, and he goes back up and in, and a foul as well.
Well, and what they did very well there towards the end of that possession is, like Bremen's in a 2-3 zone, and they're trying to extend that zone out a little bit. If Mishawaka can just be a little bit quicker with their passing, they're going to get some open looks if they're able to reverse the ball a little bit faster. And they were able to do that with Donovan Snyder, and they were able to clean up the glass there and go up for the basket.
Williams missed the free throw, a lane violation against Mishawaka. So no attempts. And foul was called on Trevor Devine, the sophomore for the Lions. 9-2, Mishawaka leads. 4:48 to play in the Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Bounce pass on the right, toward the corner to Miller. Outside it goes to Harden. He'll put up a three-pointer from the left, won't go. Williams has the Mishawaka rebound. 7-point Mishawaka lead. Caveman bounce pass near side to Yohe. Looks to his right, passes instead to his left to Snyder. Back to Yohe. Looking, drives left side of the lane, called for traveling.
Yeah, and he just took too many of those big steps as he was trying to get in. He actually got bumped a little bit, too. Might have been able to call a blocking foul there, but the easy and obvious call was travel.
Cavemen lead by 7. Bremen breaks the Mishawaka press. Driving and missing the layup is Devine. They scrap for the rebound. It was taken by Bremen, but a traveling call is made.
Oh, we got an extra player.
A little dude ran out on the court.
Very little.
He got all the way to midcourt.
He's about 2 years old, and he just sprinted for midcourt. That was amazing. Good thing there was no play going on at the time, but that was fantastic. I sympathize with the mother.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of the little ones at times.
Very true. 9-2 Mishawaka at the free throw line of Hoopengarner, trying to dribble out of a triple team, but he takes steps and Mishawaka turns it over.
Yeah, he kind of did a little hop there as he was trying to get rid of the ball, and it's hard to say because it could have been a jump stop, if you will, but it looked like he'd already picked up his dribble, and then he...
A 7-point lead for the Cavemen still. Bounce pass coming inside hard, and a foul will be called on Mishawaka.
After there, it looked like he might have taken some extra steps.
That's what I thought was going to be called. Alex Boggs comes in. Nick Hoopengarner sits down. Who'd they call the foul on?
I believe it was Brayton. We got nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and they were really late the first time putting it up there. A shot and traveling is called on Harden for Bremen.
Yeah, see, you can't take the Euro step and jump stop at the same time. That's a couple too many right there.
Yep. 10-2. Hold it. Now it's at 10-2. Wasn't it just 9-2?
It's 9-2. It's absolutely 9-2.
Oh, my goodness. Bremen turns it over, trying to run it up court. Did they put a point up instead of the foul on the scoreboard, possibly?
Definitely possible. I'm gonna do some investigating.
It is 9-2 as far as we know, and a jump ball is called at the Mishawaka front court. Possession arrow is going to give it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
One book has 9, one book has 10.
Okay. Which book has 9 and which has 10?
The official has 9. The official book has 9.
3, 5, 7, and I'm missing one. You know who? Oh, Yohi. I've got 9.
So Devine for 3 right there is going to cut that lead in half. So it is now 10-5.
Trevor Devine hits the three-pointer. Now they have 9-5. And a turnover by Mishawaka. Driving, and a layup is good by Tony Harden. And now it's a 9-7 game.
There we go. It is 9-7.
We get it all figured out.
That's what I get for looking at the scoreboard. I saw 10 again.
It's okay.
It is 9-7.
They did have it up there, so. Just under 3 to play in the lane. Boggs flips it up. Won't go. Williams with the rebound. Goes back up and banks it in. Caleb Williams breaks the drought for the Cavemen. It's now 11-7 Mishawaka. Trevor Devine gets double teamed. Yohi got a hand on it. Loose ball picked up. Harden for Bremen. On the left wing, Devine. Outside it goes to Reese Willis. 2:15 to play in the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Drive on the left. The layup good by Devine, and a foul coming as well on Mishawaka.
And they're going to call that foul on Boggs, I believe, on the drive.
It'll be the first on Boggs. Raquel Kine and Latrell Franklin both come in for Mishawaka as Yohi sits down. I did not see who else sat down.
I did not either.
Trent Johnson was already sitting. Caleb Williams is still out there. The free throw is good by Devine. He converts the three-point play, and it's just a one-point game, 11-10. Mishawaka leads Bremen, 2:02 to play in the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Bounce pass on the right. Williams over to the left wing. To the free throw line to Boggs. Outside it goes. Williams, little head fake, pulls up. Jump shot doesn't go. Boggs, though, with the offensive rebound. And wow. A jump ball is going to be called.
Yeah, it's hard to call a jump ball when he's reaching in from behind.
Around the armpit.
Right.
Holy moly.
I realize that's the path of least resistance call, but come on.
So Mishawaka will keep the basketball after the jump ball. Latrell Franklin after the inbound. Left wing. Williams has it. Williams drives inside, puts it up there on the run. Doesn't go. Kynes has the rebound, though, for the Cavemen. Saw Kynes for the first time Monday against Elkhart Christian, and he's in here in the first quarter tonight with Mishawaka on top of Bremen by 1. 3 from the right by Donovan Snyder is good.
And a nice job of ball movement there by the Cavemen. Get Snyder wide open there on the wing.
Bounce pass down low. A block shot as Williams went up to get it. Boggs takes the rebound. 14-10 Mishawaka. 1:10 to play in the Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Caleb Williams bounce pass. Latrell Franklin coming down the baseline, and he spins inside and lays it in.
Nice move there by Franklin underneath the basket to get away from the defense and put up a nice easy layup.
16-10 Cavemen, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Down low, Carson Miller with a bank shot. Mishawaka by 4 with 44 seconds to play in the Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage first quarter. Kynes comes inside, puts it up. Shot is short. The loose ball is going to be taken by Tony Harden. Kynes, a 5'10 senior, is probably not the shot that you want to take there when you can play for the last shot of the quarter if you hold on and milk it a little bit. Loose ball picked up inside by Bremen, and there will be a foul on the shot inside. It's going to go against Boggs, and that is his second. He got in a little foul trouble Monday against Elkhart Christian. To the line, Connor Hunt. He'll shoot a pair.
Well, now and you've got 2 Cavemen now with 2 fouls here, and it's not even the second quarter. And it's okay if Boggs is going to get in foul trouble as long as Hoopengarner doesn't get in foul trouble. When both of those guys...
Yeah, they both had 4 the other night.
Exactly, and that's when they get hurt because those are really the only 2 guys that play that position.
Hunt goes 1 of 2 at the line, his first point. 18 seconds to go in the Kevin Putz first quarter. 16-13 Mishawaka. Raheem Brayton back in. And Connor Williams called for traveling with 9.3 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Mishawaka's going to get a little full court pressure here on Bremen, try to force this last possession.
Bremen does inbound. Franklin playing catch up on the basketball. Devine has it with 3 seconds. Stops, passes down to the corner, out to the wing, and the Bremen Lions will not get a shot off at the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the Kevin Putz, the First Midwest Mortgage first quarter, it is Mishawaka 16, Bremen 13. We'll pause for 1 minute. Back with second quarter action on WSBT.
Midland Engineering Company is proud to partner with Mishawaka Schools to bring you Caveman boys basketball. We believe in the Mishawaka way and are proud to work on facilities like historic Mishawaka High School and the Cave, which is the oldest active gym in Indiana. Midland and its employees are committed to supporting the community and enhancing the quality of life in Michiana with events like the South Bend Cubs Fallen Heroes Award. A community partner for nearly 100 years, visit MidlandEngineering.com.
Rossini's.
Rossini's.
Rossini's. Rossini's Pizza.
During the rush of the holidays, let Rossini's do the cooking. Whether it's a last-minute dinner decision or you're looking to feed a hungry group for a holiday gathering, Rossini's has you covered. Every Rossini pizza is carefully made with handmade dough and covered with the freshest cheese, sauce, and ingredients. Or try their delicious new Chicago-style Italian beef sandwich, Rossini Pizza, with gift certificates available for holiday giving. Open daily at 4 on Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka, across from Bigger School.
Second quarter begins with Mishawaka leading Bremen 16-13. Nick Hoopengarner back in for the Cavemen, and Mishawaka will have the basketball to start the second, along with Vince Dario, Sean Stiers at the Cave at Mishawaka. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight.
Very good crowd, especially considering it's the first day of break.
I would not be surprised if the student section that I see over there tonight is the best we've seen in the last 2 years. Maybe the Penn game last year.
Maybe.
This one is, what do you say, some 50 kids over there, at least?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's packed up pretty good over there, taking up half that whole bleacher section. Okay, so the pause in the action there was because the arrow pointed in the wrong direction.
It's going to be Bremen basketball.
Bremen basketball.
They did a money Christmas tree tonight for every student that showed up tonight. They put $1 on the tree, and at halftime, they're going to play music for like 30 seconds. Everyone runs around the tree and tries to get as much cash as they can.
That might be the thing I'm looking forward to most tonight. I want to see how this goes down. They better have athletic trainers on the standby.
Pine needles in the eyes.
I mean, there's some serious size over there for some of the people in the student section, and it could get nasty.
Bremen turned it over on that possession. Maddox Yohe is back in. Raheem Brayton, Latrell Franklin, Caleb Williams, Nick Hoopengarner out there for Mishawaka. Screen by Hoopengarner. Maddox Yohe goes left. Hoopengarner takes it and gives it back to him. Franklin and Yohe now have play catch. Yohe stops between the circles. Hoopengarner, high post, free throw line, jump shot, off the back iron. Rebound taken by Carson Miller for Bremen. It's 16-13, a three-point Mishawaka advantage. 7:10 to play in the first half.
And I still like that drive there by Hoopengarner because at the free throw line extended, he can do a lot of damage getting up and over people.
Zip down to the left corner, a three-pointer on the way. No good. Hoopengarner with the rebound and a foul called as he gets hit from the side. Grant Devine missed the three previously.
Beyond Hunt, his first of the game.
That is number 2 on Bremen. Mishawaka with 5 team fouls so far. Cavemen lead, 16-13. They jumped out to a 9-2 lead, and then Bremen came racing back after some Cavemen miscues. Williams holding on the left wing. Gives it up. He gives it back to him in the corner, and a reach is going to be called on Tony Harden trying to guard Williams.
And I like the ball by Mishawaka. One thing I don't like is when that ball gets reversed around, they're driving in to about the wing of the three-point line and picking up their dribble and looking to pass. I feel like there's some lanes in there that they can exploit. They just haven't done it quite yet.
Right corner, three-pointer, too strong for Franklin. Weak side rebound by Williams. And they're going to call him for an elbow, trying to clear the defender.
That's a tough call. They're saying he used his elbow, but it looked more like he was just his body and he was backing him down.
Bremen to inbound, trailing by 3. 6:26 to play in the first half. In backcourt, Tony Harden brings it up, passes high. Carson Miller on the right, and a loose ball after the block is going to be taken by Hoopengarner. Bounce pass to the left corner. Bremen playing his zone, and Mishawaka having a hard time trying to solve it. Left corner, Yohe, 3 flashes right through.
And that's what you need right there. The extra pass, getting it around the zone before they can move over. That was a really good job by Mishawaka.
And that is the first career three-pointer by Maddox Yohe. I don't even think he had an attempt from three-point range coming into tonight.
I don't remember him shooting a three. More of a flash.
19-13, Mishawaka leads. 5:46 to play in the first half.
So they're calling that foul against Donovan Snyder, which puts Mishawaka at 7 fouls. So from here on out, the rest of the half, Bremen is going to be shooting free throws.
I don't know about you. I feel old, but I can't hear the PA guy saying who the fouls are. I'm not the official. They're not putting them up on the scoreboard.
The PA guy doesn't say who it's on. He just says
it's his foul.
The team.
That's why I don't hear.
Very not helpful whatsoever.
No.
Especially when the scoreboard is so slow to get it up.
Yeah. So the foul is on Snyder. That is number 7. Tony Harden to the free throw line. could not tell you what kind of a free throw shooter is because we got 0 stats from Bremen.
Blows my mind.
Harden hits the free throw, though. Looks like he could be a pretty good free throw shooter.
Well, he's their, oh no, I was going to say he was their leading scorer there for a little while. He's been passed up by Devine.
He hits both and has 6 points. Is that what you have?
And Devine has 6 as well now, yeah.
Okay. And it's a 19-15 Mishawaka lead. 5:35 to play in the first half. Yohe in backcourt brings it out, stops his dribble, passes left. Brendan Williams, who had just come in. Yohe. I'm confused about that.
Yeah, so they're calling a travel. And
he was in the middle of a jump stop.
Correct.
They knocked the ball away from him.
Correct.
He got the basketball and came down. That is not a travel.
You can't call travel when the ball's knocked away from you.
Right.
I mean, it's a loss of possession. Just add it to the list.
19-15. Mishawaka lead. 5:18 to go in the first. Right baseline fadeaway. Does not go. Caleb Williams clears the rebound for Mishawaka. Williams goes behind his back, comes up court, right corner. Hoopengarner, 3, splashes down.
Big Hoopengarner for the 3. And if they're not going to step out and put a hand in his face, you absolutely take that 3. And he makes him pay. That was impressive.
He was 0 for 3 from long range coming into tonight, so that's the first of his senior season. And Maddox Yohe is going to be called for a foul after the Bremen inbound. 22-15. 7-point lead matches the biggest here of the first half for the Cavemen. Yohe comes out. Who is in? Is Raheem Brayton coming back in?
Yeah, I believe so.
Trevor Devine to shoot a 1-and-1. That is team foul number 8. Front end misses. Hoopengarner clears the board. 22-15 Mishawaka. Caleb Williams on the right side. Brings it out of the wing. Harden, closest defender to him. Hoopengarner, free throw line. Drives right side of the lane and draws a foul. Wasn't sure if they were going to give that to him for a second.
It was a very delayed whistle, too.
I feel like everything is like a beat or two behind tonight.
Yes, I agree. And maybe it's us too.
Yeah. I don't know. We came out strong. We did our best. Reese Willis called for the foul. That's number 4 on the Lions. Hoopengarner to the line. Their best free throw shooter at 75%. He'll get a pair here. First one, nylon.
Well, when your big man shooting 80% from the line, that's good news for Mishawaka. And Alex Boggs is a very good free throw shooter, too, I believe. I think we talked about this in the last game.
Yep.
Having your big men be able to shoot the ball that well from the free throw line can make you very, very dangerous at the end of the game.
They're their 2 best free throw shooters. Hoopengarner at 75%, Boggs at 71%. Hoopengarner hit the second as well, and now Mishawaka leads by 9. Their biggest lead. The corner, Harden brings it out off the screen on the wing. Comes inside through the lane, has it blocked. Did Hoopengarner get that, or did Williams?
Hard to say. It was a lot of hands in there on that drive. I'm going to give it to Hoopengarner.
All right. Well, if it is Hoopengarner, that is his 9th block, which matches what he had all of last year. And he's done that
4 games. 5 games.
Now the 5th game. Yeah.
Four and a bit.
Yep. Out on the left wing, 3-pointer up, 3-pointer down for Trevor Devine. His second tray of the night. He has 9 points to lead the Lions, and it's 24-18 Cavemen.
Mishawaka has to be careful. You know, Bremen's not going to go away. They're still going to run their offense. They're still going to do their thing, and they're really married to this 2-3 zone defense. Mishawaka should have figured out by now how to get rid of it. And there's that skip pass we've been looking for.
Yep, from Williams to Brayton, from right to left, and Brayton drives and banks it down. Mishawaka leads by 8 again with 3:48 to play in the first half.
And I love that play by Brayton because he took that skip pass that went all the way from one side of the floor to the other. Bremen was rotating over.
Top of the key, the 3 splashes down. Reese Willis his first tray, and it's just a 5-point Mishawaka lead.
And just to finish my thought, I really like Brayton taking that ball while Bremen was rotating and driving in because they weren't able to get over fast enough.
Here's a steal. Tony Harden for the Lions with a basketball. Out of the left wing, bounce pass down to the baseline to Miller. He is doubled and called for traveling, trying to get out of it.
Well, it could have very been easily called a double dribble as well, because look, he dribbled, held on to it, and then went to dribble again.
And we have a timeout taken by Mishawaka. It will be a 30-second timeout. So with 3:16 to play in the first half, and the Cavemen on top by 5. Back right after this on WSBT.
It's a busy time of year and easy to get caught up in the spirit of the season and to get distracted from what's really important. But pause from the holiday bustle and hustle for just a moment and focus on what really matters. With that in mind, your local Edward Jones Financial Advisors would like to wish you and yours the very best this holiday season. Happy holidays. To learn more, contact your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Sean Stevens in South Bend or Steve Miller in Mishawaka. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
26-21, Bremen by 5 with 3:16 to play here in the first half. We were talking before the game started with Matt Rendell of the Mishawaka Network about the exciting Penn Mishawaka wrestling finish the other night. Garrett Sandifer getting the pin, the heavyweight match to finish off the night as Mishawaka rallied. Team points down 35-13. The last 4 guys got pins. They won, and of course it was the wildest looking pin that I think I've ever seen.
Well, and yeah, congratulations to Coach Steve Sandifer to cut into that streak that Penn had over Mishawaka, and they did it in a crazy fashion. They were down 35-13 going into the final 4 matches. They had to pin all 4 guys, and they did it.
And they did.
Amazing.
And of course, after a missed 3 by Donovan Snyder, here comes Bremen on the right through the hands of Reese Willis. Down underneath, Miller with a basket and a foul. Carson Miller cutting down the left baseline, lays it in. He draws a foul as well. It's going to go against Nick Hoopengrunner. That's his first. But keep an eye on that, because the 2 bigs now have 3 fouls between them. Boggs already has 2.
Yep.
Miller trying to make it a 2-point game after it was just 9 a minute ago. He misses the free throw, though. The rebound taken by Latrell Franklin. Mishawaka, 3-point Cavemen lead. Bounce pass on the left. Brayton out to Snyder. Over on the right. Up fake by Caleb Williams. High pass over to the left. Donovan Snyder. Up fake back to Williams once again. Pass over to Snyder. Thinking about a 3. Jumps inside. Passes down low. Franklin misses, but is fouled and will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, nice little no-look pass there by Donovan Snyder. He had a lane to drive, and he didn't take it at first. Kind of head juke to the right, started to drive in to the left, and another look pass down there to Franklin, which was very well received. He went up strong, and now he's at the free throw line. So ended up being a good offensive possession for Mishawaka.
Franklin hits the first free throw. He has 3 points. He's a solid free throw shooter as well, 66%. He's now 11 out of 16 this season. Franklin coming off a season-high 10 points against Elkhart Christian Monday. Buries the second free throw. Makes it 28-15 Mishawaka. Miller runs the baseline, passes it inbound to Devine. Coming up court, zips it down to the corner. The lefty, Grant Devine, hits the 3, and it's just a 2-point Mishawaka lead, 28-26. Just under 2 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Mishawaka Bremen doing a good job in transition and staying right into this game.
Williams nearly stumbled and lost his pivot, but he keeps it. Gets it back from Raheem Brayton. On the right baseline, Franklin has it knocked away as he tried to pass high. Trevor Devine with the volleyball stuff over there, though. Now Bremen with a chance to at least tie, if not possibly take its first lead of the night. And we're going to have a foul on Franklin, who essentially is called for a foul running into a screen.
Correct. Which is that's a no call there, because I thought maybe he was even going to call a moving screen.
That's what I thought was coming.
Which it wasn't. That's a no call. I mean, it's not a foul on Brayton for running into a screen.
But that's what they called.
Yeah, I know.
Trevor Devine to the line. Banks the free throw down. I was about to say too strong, and then it hit the window.
Yeah.
And it bounced through, and now he has a game-high 10 points. It is just a one-point game with a chance to be tied here. On the second free throw attempt by Devine, it rattles around the rim, and it falls through, and it is a 28-all ball game.
Well, and keep in mind that Mishawaka's leading scorer, Trent Johnson, has been on the bench since the first 90 seconds of this game because he picked up 2 quick fouls.
Bounce pass by Snyder is denied by Bremen. Loose ball. A jump ball is going to be called.
It's going to stay with Mishawaka.
Minute 14 to play in the first.
Now, I will say this 2-3 zone is starting to get into the head of Mishawaka. They're not getting rid of the ball fast enough, and they're allowing these traps and these double teams to come and just affect what they're doing. They need to get rid of it a lot faster.
Hines inbounds. Raheem Brayton in backcourt. Brayton stops in front court. Passes high to Donovan Snyder on his left. Gives it up to Brayton on the right wing as Vince gets out there on him again, like Vince was just saying. Hines puts it up from the right baseline. Shot doesn't go, and a foul on the rebound against the Cavemen. And with Mishawaka over the double bonus limit, it's 2 free throws the rest of the way for the Lions. Hines was called for the foul.
So, yeah, Bremen, Mishawaka in the double bonus. So, yeah, 2 shots from here on out for Bremen, and it's with just under a minute to go.
Grant Devine misses the first free throw attempt, and the first chance for Bremen to have a lead tonight. And now Lucas Gohey comes in, 5'10" junior guard. Second free throw up. It is good by Grant Devine, and the Lions lead for the first time, 29-28. Mishawaka was up by 9 earlier in this quarter. Basketball nearly thrown away. Snyder, left wing to Williams, trying a little shake and bake, going nowhere though. On the right, Raheem Brayton drives, jumps inside, tied up, and the possession arrow is going to give it to Bremen. Well, you're right, Mishawaka just not handling this zone well at all here in the second quarter.
Well, they're almost running right into it at times too, and it'll be a point of emphasis, I'm sure, at halftime. And hey, keep an eye on number 32 in white, Lucas Yohe. I was watching him in the JV game last week. He was money from three-point land. I mean, he was just going nuts.
A drive inside and an offensive foul is going to be called on Trevor Devine. That'll be his second. That's team foul number 6 on the Lions. Connor Hunt comes back in. Mishawaka down 29-28, 29 and a half seconds to play in the first half. We'll have the U.S. Signcrafters scoreboard show and the RBI's Unlimited stats coming up at halftime.
No need to rush this possession, Sean. You want to hold for the last shot, try to go into the locker room with the lead.
16 seconds to play in the half. Mishawaka down a point. Donovan Snyder holding on his dribble. Wraparound pass. Bounces back outside. 8 seconds to go. Caleb Williams back to Donovan Snyder. Deep on the left wing. Now 3 seconds. Snyder penetrates. Puts it up. Knocks it down from 15. And that will be the end of the first half. 30-29. After Bremen had taken its first lead of the night. A pull-up jump shot by Donovan Snyder beats the buzzer, and Mishawaka will take a 1-point lead into the locker room.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'm looking at the stats here real quick, and a lot of these stats favor Mishawaka, but Bremen is right in this game. And if Donovan Snyder doesn't have that nice little drive jumper, they're down going into halftime. So it doesn't matter who's winning the stat sheet, it's who's winning the scoreboard. And Mishawaka better come out with a little bit more intensity and a little bit more composure on the offensive end.
4 3-pointers for Bremen have been a big difference. They haven't made a ton of shots, but they've hit some threes, and that has helped them in the first half. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will have the U.S. Sign Crafters scoreboard show, and after that, we will also have the RBI's Unlimited halftime statistics. We'll pause for 2 minutes with Mishawaka on top, 30-29 at the half on WSBT.
The holidays are a challenging time for those who are already struggling with limited financial resources. Too often, they're forced to sacrifice food to pay bills and to keep a roof over their heads. I'm Mary Jo Martinek with the Food Bank of Northern Indiana. It's easy to underestimate the power of a single plate of food, the hope and dignity each plate provides. Together, we can put healthy, nutritious food in the hands of those who need it most. You can help. Find out how at feedindiana.org.
Midland Engineering Company has been completing quality commercial roofing jobs nationwide from right here in Michiana for nearly 100 years. But did you know Midland also boasts the area's only standalone service department in the commercial roofing business? Midland knows the negative effects a leaking roof can have on your business, so their team is ready to help Michiana's small business owners keep working. Why take a chance with your business? Trust the professionals at Midland Engineering Company, proud to be Michiana born and raised.
Hi, I'm Brock Zolman. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care has been family-owned for 40 years. What does this mean to you? It means that we're dedicated to our community and serving you like family. Zolman's Best One would also like to say thank you for voting us favorite auto repair for 16 consecutive years and favorite tire store for 3 years in a row. We also offer a wide selection of Bridgestone tires. Bridgestone tires is Zolman's Best One. Let our family serve your family. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care. Trusted community service for 40 years.
Join us weekdays at 5 for Sports Beats with Darren Pritchett, ND Insider Eric Hansen, and Sean Stiers.
You know, I did see an air fryer on sale again.
I got one.
Did you?
I've been borrowing one. I have one now. I've been using it like crazy. It's going to help the Notre Dame football program so much next year to get rid of that darn oven. The air fryer cuts everything in half.
Okay.
The French fries are crispier. The wide receivers will be crisper coming out of routes.
I love it.
It's going to be fantastic.
Budweiser's Weekday Sports Beat, only on WSBT.
Back at halftime at Mishawaka, where the Cavemen lead Bremen 30-29 at the half. And your halftime show presented by Mishawaka Education Foundation, granting a better future. And it is time right now for our U.S. Sign Crafters scoreboard. Vince has a handful for us tonight.
All right, so Marion is up 27-18 over John Glenn at halftime. Memorial over Concord 21-7 end of the first quarter. Plymouth and Northwood in a low-scoring affair. It's 11-8 after 1 quarter of play, and Warsaw leads Wawa C 16-6 after the first quarter.
All right, and I saw the other night that Adams off to its first 6-0 start in I think something like 15 or 16 years. Does that sound right?
Well, that was an incorrect stat. They were 6-0 in the 12-13 season. But if they go 7-0 here, it'll be the first time since I think 78.
Wow. Okay. So playing LaPorte tonight, and it's going to be LaPorte at the end of the season hosting the sectional. So everyone's going to get the the long drive over to LaPorte for sectionals.
Brutal.
At the end of the season. Yes,
Brutal.
Indeed it is. And your score here again at a halftime, Mishawaka on top of Bremen, 30-29. Let's take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Vince will bring us the halftime statistics presented by RBI's Unlimited. Mishawaka leading Bremen 30-29 at a halftime on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
U.S. Sign Crafters, innovative design, professional project management, quality manufacturing and installation. That's the U.S. Sign Crafters difference. If your company needs to make an impression, call U.S. Sign Crafters. Hundreds of other businesses have, like Whirlpool Corporation, Legends of Notre Dame, and Granger Community Church. When you call U.S. Sign Crafters, you can relax because your sign project is done professionally, on time, and on budget. Just like the new Alumni Plaza here at Mishawaka High School. Check out their work and learn more at ussignCrafters.com.
Nothing sounds better than the crack of the bat, especially when it's your son or daughter. But success on the baseball or softball diamond does take lots of practice. RBI's Unlimited is the perfect place to bring your kids, no matter what age or talent level, for hitting, pitching, or throwing lessons in a fun, safe, and positive environment. RBI's is offering a 12-week winter training program starting January 11th, or by attending open hitting at RBI's, Fridays from 4 till 7. Be sure to ask about their loyalty card program. For more details, visit RBIsunlimited.com or see them at 2017 West 6th Street in Mishawaka.
Kurt Outdoor Living has a full selection of the industry's best snow melt, salt, and ice removal products to keep your walkways and driveways safe. Ice Pan is a product designed to get to bare pavement faster, composed of all natural ingredients to pre-treat salt for a faster melt, plus bagged ice melt, bulk ice melt, and liquid de-icers available on demand for commercial or residential application with delivery throughout the Michiana area and 24/7 on-call loading storm hours. Kurt Outdoor Living, 2129 West Wilden Avenue, Goshen. KurtOutdoorLiving.com.
Dave Ramsey here, telling you about my friends at Ace Home Appliance Center, Michiana's largest home appliance center. They have a great selection of Maytag, Amana, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid appliances. These guys only sell made in the USA, plus they service everything they sell. Save even more money when you shop the Dave Ramsey Scratch and Dent inventory with the new truckloads arriving monthly. Ace Home Appliance Center, located at 810 East McKinley in Mishawaka.
Mishawaka leading Bremen 30-29 at halftime with Vince Siderio, Sean Stiers at the Cave in Mishawaka. The Mishawaka Education Foundation halftime show continues, and our halftime stats powered by RBI's Unlimited. Help your child's stats improve next season, whether it's baseball or softball, with hitting lessons and workouts at RBI's Unlimited, West 6th Street in Mishawaka. Vince has all the stats for us.
All right, so far both teams shooting fairly well. Mishawaka shooting 50% from the field. They're 11 of 22 on the night, while Bremen 9 of 17 for 53%. Let's see, Mishawaka 4 of 9 from 3, which is 44%, while Bremen is 4 of 7 for 57% from beyond the arc. Free throws, they were a problem for Mishawaka earlier in the season, not so much the last game and a half. They are 100% from the line so far tonight. 4 for 4, while Bremen is 7 for 11 for 64%. Points in the paint, Mishawaka leads Bremen 14-10. And my unofficial rebounding, Mishawaka has a pretty healthy lead in the rebounding category, 17-4. Wow. And second chance points, Mishawaka 9, Bremen 3. First individual scoring, first for Bremen. Devine has 11, Harden has 6. Miller and Grant Devine have 4 apiece. Willis has 3, and rounding out the scoring for Bremen is Hunt. He has 1. For Mishawaka, pretty spread out here in the scoring department. Nick Hoopengarner leads all scorers for Mishawaka with 7 points. Donovan Snyder and Maddox Yohe each with 5 points so far. Williams has 4, and so does Franklin. Trent Johnson hit that first 3 right off the bat. Then he picked up 2 fouls, so he only played 90 seconds. He's got 3 points so far, and Raheem Brayton is 1 of 1 from the field. He has 2 points on the night.
All right, very good. Your halftime stats powered by RBI's Unlimited. Help your child's stats improve next season for baseball and softball with hitting lessons and workouts at RBI's Unlimited, West 6th Street in Mishawaka. We'll pause for 90 seconds, then back with the second half of the Cavemen leading by 1 on WSBT.
We can't pick everything in life, right? Parents, where we grow up, or things like the weather. But leadership? That's a choice. We're the faculty and staff of Mishawaka schools, and we see tomorrow's leaders in every neighborhood, every town around. We're growing leaders in a culture of excellence with project-based learning, award-winning arts, sciences, a focus on safety, small class size, and preparing students for the global economy. Growing leaders in a culture of excellence. That's the Mishawaka way. You can't pick everything in life, but you can pick a culture of excellence. The Mishawaka way. Be great. Pick Mishawaka Schools. Enroll today. Visit pickmishawakaschools.com. pickmishawakaschools.com.
U.S. Sign Crafters. From custom design signage and graphic needs to quality installation and service, U.S. Sign Crafters has you covered. If your company needs to make an impression, call U.S. Sign Crafters. Hundreds of other businesses have, like Papa Vino's, Whirlpool Corporation, Legends of Notre Dame, and Granger Community Church. When you call U.S. Sign Crafters, you can relax because your sign project is done professionally, on time, and on budget. Check out their work and learn more at ussignCrafters.com.
Ready to start the second half with Mishawaka leading Bremen 30-29. Mishawaka will send Trent Johnson, Maddox Yohe, Nick Hoopengrunner, Donovan Snyder, and Caleb Williams to the floor. And you mentioned it when you were doing your stats, Vince, that Trent Johnson hit that early three, and then he picked up 2 quick fouls and sat down the rest of the half. Donovan Snyder, right wing three doesn't go. Caleb Williams with the rebound, dribbles once, puts it up, and it catches the rim, and it crawls through.
And I know how much Caleb Williams likes to shoot threes, but he has done an excellent job tonight cleaning up the glass and getting his points from around the basket, and I think that is a place where he can be very dangerous.
Three doesn't go for Bremen. Hoopengrunner skies the rebound out of there for Mishawaka. The Cavemen lead 32-29. Yeah, he had 7 rebounds the other night against Elkhart Christian.
Right.
Pass by Williams is deflected, and it bounces out of bounds off a Bremen player. Keith Kinder, the Mishawaka head football coach, on hand here tonight.
He was the recipient of one of the pregame t-shirts.
Oh, was he?
From Donovan Snyder. Went right over to his coach, said, "You need a t-shirt."
Hey, coach, here's a t-shirt. Yohe inbounds. Hoopengrunner from about 12 feet away on the right baseline hits the jumper. He has a team-high 9, and Mishawaka expands its lead to 5.
He has a pretty little jumper, does he not?
He does.
He gets up and high over everybody else, kind of pauses at the top. I like it.
A block is going to be called on Donovan Snyder as Tony Harden tried to get inside the lane. It'll be the second on Snyder. It was a foul on the floor. That's the first foul of the second half. Oh, they're going to say a shooting foul. Okay.
Wow. A little continuation.
That's what Ron Heklinski just said. He wasn't shooting that. He was not even close to shooting.
No, he wasn't. He was just driving. There was no shot taking place.
And
wow.
They got together and made the right decision.
You know what? I will give the referees credit for getting together and getting it right, because that was absolutely not a shooting foul.
Maybe they should conference after every call.
Well, you're not wrong.
Inbound, and the layup is good by Carson Miller. It's 34-31. 6:47 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair third quarter. Caleb Williams drives and tries to pass back outside. It is stolen by Harden, but he's called for steps over in front of the Mishawaka student section.
Well, and Mishawaka is just not confident when they get the basketball on offense. They're driving in, but they're looking to pass immediately with their back to the basket when they've got lanes to drive. Maybe that's what their offense is supposed to be, but...
Trent Johnson, pull-up jumper at the free throw line. Hit the rim 4 times, wouldn't go. Hoopengrunner, though, with the rebound and the follow-up. Hoopengrunner with 11, and it's 36-31 Cavemen.
Well, I like what set up that offensive drive. I like the drive by Trent Johnson to get in there and try for that.
Left wing 3, good by Reese Willis. All 6 of his points on a pair of trays, and it's just a 2-point Cavemen lead again.
He's done a good job of trailing the transition, and they're finding him for open threes, and Mishawaka's forgetting about him.
Johnson tried a jumper at the foul line. He was stopped, though, and loose ball foul is going to go against Mishawaka. It's going to be Hoopengrunner. That'll be his second. 36-34 Mishawaka. 5:57 to play in the Cowles Auto Repair third. Long outlet pass stolen by Hoopengrunner as he tips it back to Donovan Snyder. Snyder to Williams. Williams back to Snyder again toward the right corner. Snyder puts it on the floor, passes down low. Yohe gets the defender in the air and then goes up and draws a foul.
Yeah, great job by the young Maddox Yohe with the head fake, gets his, like you said, gets the defender off his feet, and then just goes right into him with the shot, so he knows he's going to the free throw line. But a very heady move for the young freshman.
Third foul on Reese Willis, the 5'10 senior. Sends the 6-foot freshman Maddox Yohe to the free throw line to shoot two, and he knocks the first one through. Yohe shooting 76% from the line. 11 out of 14. A bend of the knees, a flick of the wrist. The second one misses. The rebound taken by Devine for Bremen. 37-34. Mishawaka by 3. They led by as many as 9 in the first half. Left corner 3. Too strong for Harden, and Hoopengarner clears the Cavemen board. Bounce pass to Yohe over on the left side. Down to the corner it goes. Johnson alone for 3, and the force is with him again. The second 3 goes through for Trent Johnson. Mishawaka leads by 6, and that's what Johnson has.
And we got a timeout for Bremen. Can't leave the leading scorer wide open in the corner like that. I don't care that he only played 90 seconds in the first half.
That's what you're looking for, is a little bit of a breakdown and a little bit of space, and he took advantage of it. A full timeout is taken by Bremen with about 5.5 to play in the Cows Auto Repair third. Mishawaka leads 40-34 on WSBT.
When families gather at tables filled with holiday favorites, some families wish they had enough food to feed their family this week. Some seniors wish their fixed income went far enough to buy both food and medication. Some children wish their stomachs would stop aching from hunger. I'm Mary Jo Martinek with the Food Bank of Northern Indiana. Having food to eat shouldn't be on anyone's wish list during the holidays. Help us deliver hope to those who need it most. Find out how at feedindiana.org.
The Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list is a way for School City of Mishawaka teachers and staff to receive items that are needed to aid them in helping our students have the best education possible. This wish list is for requests for $200 or less. It may be used as many times a year as need arises for a teacher or staff member. You can grant the entire wish or a portion of the wish. Search Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list or MishawakaSchools.com to grant a wish today.
Mishawaka leads Bremen 40-34 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the Cows Auto Repair third quarter. Cows are reminding you to have your car's oil changed every 3 months or 3,000 miles at Kyle's, Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka. Bremen has the basketball, moving right to left. With it, Devine bounces it off to Harden. Back to Devine once again. Over to Harden, right wing, thought about a 3. Instead, he penetrates, bounces it inside. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Mishawaka.
Wow, I think you probably could have called steps there on Bremen as well, but I guess the ball got jostled loose beforehand.
4:49 to play in the Cows Auto Repair third. Bremen inbounds and an easy layup by Miller on the inbound. He has 8, and it's 40-36 Cavemen.
Yeah, miscommunication there by Mishawaka and the man-to-man defense on the out-of-bounds play, and leads to an easy score for Bremen.
Caleb Williams, left elbow. Outside it goes. Donovan Snyder on the wing. Underneath, Yohe fouled after he cut underneath the basket and went up.
That was a good look by Snyder because he was going to take that shot, and then he saw Maddox Yohe cutting across underneath the basket, was able to feed him for the nice move there by Yohe, too, to take the contact and end up at the free throw line.
Fouls on Grant Devine. Was that Trevor Devine? Nope, it was Grant Devine. They're right next to each other on my scorebook.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Yohe nails the free throw and has 7 points. He scored a new season and career high 8 Monday against Elkhart Christian. One more to match that. There he goes. It's the next free throw. And it's 42-36 Mishawaka. Harden with a basketball for Bremen out on the wing. Between the circles, Devine. Devine, wraparound bounce pass inside, outside Harden. Three is an air ball. The rebound is saved inbounds by Miller. Down to the left corner it goes Devine. His three is too strong, and Yohe with the weak side rebound. Trent Johnson pushes it up. He will drive into two defenders, puts it up, banks it down on a foul as well.
Wow, the circus shot there by Trent Johnson. Very, very nicely done.
The foul is on Grant Devine. That is number 2 on the Bremen freshman. Makes it 44-36 with 4:02 to play in the Calzada Repair third quarter.
I like the aggressiveness there by Johnson, just taking it right to the rack in transition. And he knew he was going to get some contact, so he just kind of tossed the ball up in the air so he'd be shooting some free throws, ends up going in.
Well, and his contact wasn't too strong that he drew the charge either, because those guys were set in there. Three-pointer is good at the other end for Reese Willis, whose 9 points have come on 3 threes, and it's just a 6-point game again. Williams has it knocked away from him momentarily. Loose ball picked up by Yohe on the near sideline. Left wing, three! Flashes right down for Trent Johnson, who's in double digits with 12. He's been in double figures in all 5 games now for Mishawaka.
Well, he's starting to heat up, too. I mean, it's getting to the point where he wants the ball, and Mishawaka better find him.
Harden takes the three. Hard off the back iron. Williams with the rebound for the Cavemen. 48-39. 3:10 to play in the Calzada Repair third. Johnson heating up. This time the 3 too strong, but Donovan Snyder pulls the rebound down for Mishawaka. Right elbow jump shot. Williams too strong. Follow up by Hoopengarner doesn't go, and Miller with the board for Bremen. 48-39. Devine off to Harden. It's been mostly those two handling the ball tonight. Inside it goes. The shot misses by Hunt. Hoopengarner has the rebound and is fouled as well.
That foul's going to be on Miller, and that is his first foul of the night, and the 4th for the Lions.
It was lopsided the other direction in the first half in terms of the fouls. 2:35 to go in the Calzada Repair third quarter. Screen by Hoopengarner. Nice one. Around it goes Johnson. Jumper misses, though, and the board down to Connor Hunt. Cavemen by 9, 2:23 to play in the Calzada Repair third. Devine, left hand, stops his dribble with Williams there defensively. Outside to Harden in the Cavemen student section, letting him have it on the air ball, and then up for the block shot is Nick Hoopengarner.
Yeah, it's a great job by Hoopengarner, too, to come in from across the way on the help side defense and just swat that thing out of bounds.
Bounce pass, and again on the inbound. Miller gets free. Carson Miller has 10. That's the second time they found him cutting to the basket on the inbound. It's a 7-point Cavemen lead.
And again, a mistake there on the defense on the inbound. The defender was trailing Miller as he came and received that ball, so no defense whatsoever on that shot.
Down to the left corner. Yohe gets the defender in the air. Pulls up from 16. Doesn't go. Rebound, Williams. Basket and a foul.
And I'm telling you, that is where Williams can do some damage. I mean, he's a decent jump shooter, but he's got so much length that he can just jump right out of the gym. I mean, he's on the board and putting the ball back up on those second chance points. That's where he can really, really help this ball club.
Williams drains the free throw. He has 9 points. He was one of 4 Cavemen in double figures Monday against Elkhart Christian. Now it's a 10-point Mishawaka lead, biggest of the ball game for either team. Bremen's biggest lead has been 1 point. And they throw it away at the offensive end of the floor as the pass goes sailing out of bounds under the basket. 51-41, Mishawaka leads a minute 29 to play the Calzada Repair third.
And this is where you want a team that is inexperienced like Mishawaka is to really, really...
Lob pass down low. Trent Johnson under the basket. Doesn't go. Rebound, though. Hoopengarner follow won't go, and finally the rebound is taken by Hunt for the Lions.
What I was going to say is this is where you want to step on the throat. You want to be able to put a game away, and to see if Mishawaka can do that here, that's going to be crucial.
Miller, right side of the lane, dribbles once into the lane, left hand, puts it up with the right hand, and lays it in. Now it's 51-43, under a minute to play in the Cows Auto Repair third quarter. Bounce pass Yohe to Williams, and outside, standing on the block M is Johnson. High post Williams, Johnson back outside again as Mishawaka looks like they'll try to play for the last shot. But cutting down the baseline, Donovan Snyder, stripped out of his hands, loose ball, picked up Hoopengarner. It won't go. Rebound Miller, and Bremen takes it back. Went a little bit early again at the end of the quarter. Now 22 seconds to play, and Bremen can play for shot.
It was almost too close there for Hoopengarner. Just kind of laid it in there and went off the front of the rim, and now we've got an offensive foul off the ball by Bremen. I think they're going to call it on Miller.
The way, yes, it is. The way his body language said it was going to be on Miller. He was shaking his head as he went back the other way. So Mishawaka with an 8-point lead and 17.7 seconds to play in the Cows Auto Repair third inbounds. Williams bounces it. Right corner for Snyder. Back outside again. 7 seconds to play. Trent Johnson drives from the left and called for traveling.
Wow. I mean, I guess he traveled, but he also got lassoed.
Yeah, it looked like as he was kind of in the air a little bit. It looked like maybe a reach, but decoding these officials tonight has not been an easy task.
That's a good way to put it.
51-38. Mishawaka leads by 8 at the end of the Kyle's Auto Repair third quarter. And Kyle's reminding you, have your car's oil changed every 3 months or 3,000 miles at Kyle's Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka. We'll pause for one and then back with the fourth quarter on WSBT.
Hi, I'm Brock Zolman. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care has been family-owned for 40 years. What does this mean to you? It means that we're dedicated to our community and serving you like family. Zolman's Best One would also like to say thank you for voting us favorite auto repair for 16 consecutive years and favorite tire store for 3 years in a row. We also offer a wide selection of Bridgestone tires. Bridgestone tires is Zolman's Best One. Let our family serve your family. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care. Trusted community service for 40 years.
Midland Engineering Company is proud to partner with Mishawaka Schools to bring you Caveman boys basketball. We believe in the Mishawaka way and are proud to work on facilities like historic Mishawaka High School and the Cave, which is the oldest active gym in Indiana. Midland and its employees are committed to supporting the community and enhancing the quality of life in Michiana with events like the South Bend Cubs Fallen Heroes Award. A community partner for nearly 100 years, visit MidlandEngineering.com.
Mishawaka with an 8-point lead, 51-43 at the start of the fourth quarter. Final 8 minutes here tonight with Vince D'Addario, Sean Stiers. Be our last broadcast before the Christmas break.
Yes, sir.
Next broadcast will be December 30th. Brian Miller will have that one. On the right wing, Harden takes the three for Bremen. Too strong. Weak side rebound taken by the Lions, and a traveling is called. Connor Hunt got it, but then took steps as he tried to pull it out of there.
Lots of travel calls tonight.
Have been.
I mean, way more than usual.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Caveman by 8, free throw line Williams, cutting on the right baseline. Spin move, Yohe draws a foul. Yohe got one earlier tonight, almost just like that one. Reese Willis whistled for foul number 4, and it'll send Yohe to the line once again.
Well, and it definitely, there wasn't a lot of contact there, first of all. I think Willis kind of fell backwards, hoping he would get a charge call, and then they ended up calling a block, and I don't think there was any contact whatsoever.
Yeah, so Yohe to the line, dribbles, puts it up, hits. He now has 9 and is 4 out of 5 at the line. new career high, right?
That's right. And a chance to hit double figures for the first time if he hits this free throw.
So how many points does he have to hit overall before we start the fan club? Because I want to be.
I thought you already started that.
Well, then that's that.
All right.
It happens.
He missed the second free throw. Mishawaka's lead still 9 with 7.5 minutes remaining. Devine stops his dribble at the top of the key. Out to Harden on the right wing. Back to Devine once again. Trevor Devine dribbling. Passes off. Miller on the right. Harden on the wing takes it. Yohe, the freshman, guarding the sophomore Harden. Miller up fake from the right wing. Drives. Dribbles into a double team. Outside Harden. 7 to play. A minute gone here in the fourth quarter.
Good ball movement by Bremen.
Yeah.
The problem is they need points.
Devine backs it out. Now he'll drive with the left hand. Won't go. Rebound Trent Johnson. Johnson bounces it up court. Here comes Caleb Williams, and he'll lay it in.
So all that wonderful passing by Bremen leads to 2 points for Mishawaka.
Caleb Williams in double figures for the second consecutive game. Coming up in a 10-point game Monday. He has 11 tonight. Air ball on the three-point try. And Williams, who had 7 rebounds Monday, pulls down another board here this evening. Hoopengrunner, high post, down to the left wing. Yohe hit a 3 earlier. Dribbles once. Hoopengrunner. Right wing Johnson skips it high. Yohe left wing. Mishawaka content to use some clock, leading by 11. Their biggest lead of the evening. 2 gone, 6 remaining now in the fourth. Williams bounce pass. Right wing Johnson back out to Williams again. Dribbles and passes to Yohe, who zips it down in the left corner to Donovan Snyder and right back outside to Williams.
And this is where you want to see Mishawaka eat some clock and then end the possession with some points.
From 17, the Hoopengrunner jump shot rattles down. Hoopengrunner has 13, just inside the arc up top. A 13-point Mishawaka lead. And Bremen takes a timeout with 5:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 56-43, the Cavemen lead. It's a full 1-minute timeout. That's what we'll take on WSBT.
Nothing sounds better than the crack of the bat, especially when it's your son or daughter. But success on the baseball or softball diamond does take lots of practice. RBI's Unlimited is the perfect place to bring your kids, no matter what age or talent level, for hitting, pitching, or throwing lessons in a fun, safe, and positive environment. RBI's is offering a 12-week winter training program starting January 11th, or by attending open hitting at RBI's, Fridays from 4 till 7. Be sure to ask about their loyalty card program. For more details, visit RBI'sunlimited.com or see them at 2017 West 6th Street in Mishawaka.
Rossini's.
Rossini's.
Rossini's. Rossini's Pizza.
During the rush of the holidays, let Rossini's do the cooking. Whether it's a last-minute dinner decision or you're looking to feed a hungry group for a holiday gathering, Rossini's has you covered. Every Rossini pizza is carefully made with handmade dough and covered with the freshest cheese, sauce, and ingredients. Or try their delicious new Chicago-style Italian beef sandwich. Rossini Pizza with gift certificates available for holiday giving. Open daily at 4 on Lincoln Way East in Mishawaka, across from Bigger School.
5 minutes and 36 seconds in the fourth quarter. Mishawaka leads Bremen 56-43 after a timeout taken by the Lions. And head coach Jerry Smith, it's Bremen basketball. This 13-point lead, the biggest of the night for the Cavemen. They've had trouble in the fourth quarters this season. We'll see how this one goes. Miller with a nice drive, switches from left to right hand and flips it in. He has a game-high 14 points. He's heated up here in the second half. Mishawaka's lead is 11. Caleb Williams on the left, down to the baseline. Passes back outside to Donovan Snyder. Johnson, right wing, Yohe. Caleb Williams takes the entry, dribbles once, passes back out. A screen by Hoopengrunner. Johnson rolls off at left, passes back outside to Williams, and Mishawaka wisely milking clock, pull up, jump shot, doesn't go for Johnson. Hoopengrunner goes up for the rebound, knocked away, out of bounds off Bremen.
I don't have a problem with that shot, though, because it was only, about a 6-footer? and definitely a makeable shot there for Mishawaka, and they retained possession. So they knocked about a minute of clock off there, and they still got the ball.
4:41 to play in the fourth quarter. Yohe inbounds. Williams 3. Air ball. Rebound Miller. Or no, Devine rather.
That is not the shot that you wanted if you're Mishawaka.
No.
And as I said, Williams is much better just hanging out around the rim, cleaning up the trash, and putting the ball back up.
Yeah, that's, now we're up by 11. I'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
Miller takes a 3, and it goes right through. Kirsten Miller stroking from inside and outside, and it's just an 8-point game again.
And that's why you don't take that 3 earlier.
Yep.
Because Bremen comes down. Now the momentum's starting to shift a little bit. You want points in these possessions.
4 to play in the fourth quarter, 56-48 Mishawaka. Williams wanted to drive, stumbled, kept his dribble, and passed back outside. Johnson left wing, high post Hoopergarner, hands it off. Snyder down to the right corner he goes, and back outside to Johnson with 3:47 remaining. Snyder looks inside, out to Johnson instead, screened by Hoopergarner. Johnson goes left, crossover, tries to swim around the defender and draws a foul.
Yeah, and he was able to catch the leg right there as he was going around, and that foul is going to be on Feldman. That's going to be his first. But Feldman just kind of stuck his knee out, just kind of getting in the way.
That is number 8 on Bremen, so a 1-and-1 coming to send Trent Johnson to the line, a 66% free throw shooter. He makes the front end of the 1-and-1 to earn the second. Now 2 for 2 with 13 points.
And there's a tie at the top of the Mishawaka leaderboard for points between Trent Johnson and Nick Hoopengarner, each with 13.
Johnson trying to break the tie. He makes that. He has led Mishawaka in scoring in all 4 games. In the lead here in the 5th game. It's a 10-point lead again with 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. And a carry is called on Tony Harden in Bremen.
Yeah, that's a good call, too, because it was just that hesitation where that ball didn't come right back down on the dribble, and that makes a pretty easy call there for the officials.
Maddox Yohe will inbound right in front of the Bremen bench. Tosses it into Trent Johnson. 3:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. Yohe to Johnson in the right corner. Holding, passes outside. Yohe takes it. Hoopengarner sets that screen. Yohe goes off at left. Back to Johnson, and they'll work it back around to the right side to Williams with 3:10 remaining. Mishawaka leading 58-48. Williams dribbles once, passes off Johnson. Johnson to Yohe with 3 to play. High post Hoopengarner drives right side of the lane, stripped away from him, and a foul on the Lions.
That's going to put Nick Hoopengarner at the line for a chance to regain the scoring lead.
Second foul on Ty Feldman. That was team foul number 9, so another 1-and-1 coming. Hoopengarner dribbles, holds, flicks the wrist, and rattles it home. He has 14, and he does tie Johnson. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe to make him 12 for 15 for the season. Another one for Hoopengarner. Splashes the nylon this time, and he now has a team-high 15. The game high goes to Kirsten Miller with 17 right now. But most importantly, the lead is 12 for the Cavemen. 3 Harden. Left wing doesn't go. Hoopengarner had the rebound, couldn't corral it. The loose ball was picked up by Trevor Devine, who tips it in, and he has 13 to make it a 10-point game. 2:33 remaining. Mishawaka by 10. Pass inside, and it's going to be stolen away by Devine. Trevor Devine racing up court. Leaves it down to the corner. Air ball on the 3-point try. Rebound run down by Trevor Devine. Inside it goes to Miller with Johnson on his hip. Miller powers his way up around a couple of defenders. Gets the rim and lays it in.
Yeah, he's for his size, he's pretty good around the rim. I mean, he's able to use his body to his advantage and really score the basketball. Very impressive.
Mishawaka lead down to 8 with just under 2 minutes remaining. Trent Johnson dribbles once, passes to his left to Donovan Snyder. Snyder to Yohe. Dribbles once, back outside. Snyder and Trent Johnson is screened by
Huppengarner, and Ron Heklinski wants a timeout.
And it looks like it's going to be a full timeout, Sean.
A minute 48 remaining. It's Mishawaka 60, Bremen 52. It is a full 1 minute timeout, so we're back in 60 seconds on WSBT.
Hey, Michiana, this is Kevin Putz of First Midwest Mortgage. As we close out 2019, I wanted to send a special thank you to those who have entrusted me this past year with all your mortgage needs. As we turn to 2020, if you're in the market to purchase a new home, refinance an existing one, or just have any general mortgage questions, do not hesitate to call me at 287-1152. I'm Kevin Putz, and from my family to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year.
Kevin Putz, First Midwest Mortgage, NMLS number 127733.
Whether or not, the holidays are here, and so is cold weather. Even if you're not ready for the holidays, be sure your car is prepared for winter. A routine maintenance checkup at Kyle's Auto Repair is a whole lot cheaper than calling a tow truck. Schedule an appointment at Kyle's for an inspection of your car's brakes, hoses, belts, battery, tires, alignment, and antifreeze. And don't forget an oil change and cooling system flush. Have your car ready for Old Man Winter. Bring it to Kyle's Auto Repair on Lincoln Way, just west of Capitol in Mishawaka.
A minute 48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mishawaka with the basketball, leading Bremen 60-52. Ron Heklinski used the timeout, maybe to kind of give this group of five that he's had on the floor for quite a while just a little bit of a breather here before the stretch comes. So as the stretch comes.
And one of the fun things, early in the season, especially when you have a group that's lost a lot of seniors and a lot of leadership, to see who does Coach trust. Well, you've had the same five guys on the floor for Mishawaka for about an entire quarter.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of subs, and so he's still giving guys opportunities, but for the last, 5-6 minutes, it's been these five.
Trent Johnson passes out near midcourt. Donovan Snyder holding over in front of the student section. Maddox Yohe and Jerry Smith, the Bremen head coach, telling Tony Harden to foul Yohe. So he does. Harden will pick up his second. Yohe will go to the line. This will be two shots. Yohe is 4 out of 6 so far.
I think one of the reasons that you foul Yohe, if you're the opposing coach, is that he is a freshman. Big point in the game here.
And did he miss both of them there?
He did.
There you go. So he made the right decision there. Yeah, I was looking down, and when I looked up, I thought I saw maybe an attempt. But first time. Miller goes up from the left baseline and lays it in again, and Bremen not going away. It's a 6-point Mishawaka lead with now under a minute to play in the fourth quarter. Trent Johnson out to Williams. Williams bounces it right back to Trent Johnson. Ball fake back to Williams. Johnson keeps it and will pass out of it, but a foul called on Trevor Devine before that pass. So Johnson will go back to the line.
And that's 4 fouls on Trevor Devine. What is he, the second leading scorer right now for Bremen? So I don't know if he's the guy necessarily that you wanted to foul there.
Johnson makes his first free throw, so that's important because now it's a 7-point and 3-possession game. Johnson dribbles, puts it up, and it rolls off, and Miller pulls down a rebound. So it's a 7-point Mishawaka lead with 40 seconds to play here in the fourth. Dribbling it off his foot was Devine. It goes bouncing out of bounds, and they'll say Yohe touched it last.
Yeah, I think it actually went off of Yohe's foot.
Did it? Okay.
Because he was reaching in.
I saw a foot. I didn't see which foot.
He was reaching in to try and get the ball and went off of his foot.
Inbound to Miller down on the left corner. Williams there defensively. Yohe comes over as well. 33 seconds left. Harden drives from the right and up for the block is Huppengarner, but he's called for a foul. I wish we had replay on that.
The ref is saying he kind of motioned about it, but he's saying that Huppengarner got a little bit too much of his head.
Yeah.
A hardened head on that drive. But, man, it looked like a massive block to me.
That's the third on Huppengarner, who has
outside. Trent Johnson, a team high 15. Harden's free throw hits the lip and bounces off. So still a 7-point Mishawaka lead with 30.3 seconds left. Still no substitutions by the Cavemen. Johnson, Hoopengarner, Snyder, Williams, and Yohe on the floor for Mishawaka. Harden hits the second of the two free throws after missing the first, and Bremen takes time. It's a 6-point game, 61-55 Mishawaka. 30.3 seconds and another full 60-second timeout on WSBT.
We can't pick everything in life, right? Parents, where we grow up, or things like the weather. But leadership? That's a choice. We're the faculty and staff of Mishawaka schools, and we see tomorrow's leaders in every neighborhood, every town around. We're growing leaders in a culture of excellence with project-based learning, award-winning arts, sciences, a focus on safety, small class size, and preparing students for the global economy. Growing leaders in a culture of excellence. That's the Mishawaka way. You can't pick everything in life, but you can pick a culture of excellence. The Mishawaka way. Be great. Pick Mishawaka Schools. Enroll today. Visit pickmishawakaschools.com. pickmishawakaschools.com.
There's 30.3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Mishawaka Cavemen lead the Bremen Lions 61-55. Mishawaka will inbound. Caleb Williams to do it. Cavemen scattered across the floor. Trent Johnson trying to break free, and it is Donovan Snyder who does. Williams takes the pass back from Snyder. It was knocked away momentarily. Johnson has it. Johnson will bring it to front court. Outside Donovan Snyder. Williams, and a foul called right as Snyder was giving up the pass. It's going to be the third on Carson Miller. Mishawaka got a little bit more than 11 seconds off the clock there. Donovan Snyder will go to the line for the first time tonight. He has attempted just 2 free throws this season. He's 1 for 2. Really? It's a 6-point game, so he wants to make at least one. He bricks the first one, though.
Still no subs for Mishawaka. Yep. And I don't think we will see any the rest of the way.
As you said, they've kept these 5 on the floor for pretty much this whole quarter.
Yeah.
Snyder's second free throw misses as well. Johnson, though, up for the rebound and then tries to bring it out of the lane. A good decision by him. He'll draw the foul. Trent Johnson will go back to the free throw line. The foul on Reese Willis, and that will be number 5 on him.
And he had just checked back into the game, and now he's checking out.
He does, and Mishawaka takes time with 17.2 to play, and it's another full timeout. 61-55, a 6-point Mishawaka lead. Back in 1 minute on WSBT.
The Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list is a way for School City of Mishawaka teachers and staff to receive items that are needed to aid them in helping our students have the best education possible. This wish list is for requests for $200 or less. It may be used as many times a year as need arises for a teacher or staff member. You can grant the entire wish or a portion of the wish. Search Mishawaka Education Foundation wish list or MishawakaSchools.com to grant a wish today.
Midland Engineering Company is proud to partner with Mishawaka Schools to bring you Caveman boys basketball. We believe in the Mishawaka way and are proud to work on facilities like historic Mishawaka High School and the Cave, which is the oldest active gym in Indiana. Midland and its employees are committed to supporting the community and enhancing the quality of life in Michiana with events like the South Bend Cubs Fallen Heroes Award. A community partner for nearly 100 years, visit MidlandEngineering.com.
Bremen 61-55 and 17.2 seconds left. Trent Johnson for the Cavemen at the line. Rattles down the first one. Gives him a team high 16 and makes it a 3-possession game again. Johnson dribbles, hit, 17 points for him. The lead is 8 for Mishawaka with 15 seconds remaining. Miller nearly a double dribble there. Kind of lost the handle for a second. Miller pulls up from 15, won't go. Yohe trying to save the rebound. Devine grabbed it, stepped on the... What? He stepped on the baseline. The official pointed...
He pointed to it that said it was Bremen ball. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
What? Mishawaka takes the timeout with 3.7 seconds left. Leading by 8. It's another 60-second timeout on WSBT.
We can't pick everything in life, right? Parents, where we grow up, or things like the weather. But leadership? That's a choice. We're the faculty and staff of Mishawaka schools, and we see tomorrow's leaders in every neighborhood, every town around. We're growing leaders in a culture of excellence with project-based learning, award-winning arts, sciences, a focus on safety, small class size, and preparing students for the global economy. Growing leaders in a culture of excellence. That's the Mishawaka way. You can't pick everything in life, but you can pick a culture of excellence. The Mishawaka way. Be great. Pick Mishawaka Schools. Enroll today. Visit pickmishawakaschools.com. pickmishawakaschools.com.
3.7 seconds to play. It's an interesting timeout by Ron Heklinski. Mishawaka inbounds. Bremen,
I wonder if he
stayed at one end of the floor.
Did he draw up that play where they just kind of passed it back and forth?
Good question. He used his timeouts. He didn't leave the game without using his timeouts, that's for sure. As Mishawaka picks up its second consecutive victory, 63-55. The Cavemen defeat the Bremen Lions. So an 8-point win for Mishawaka, their second consecutive win, as that group of 5 that we talked about, Trent Johnson, Caleb Williams, Donovan Snyder, Maddox Yohe, and Nick Hoopengarner play. They might have played the whole fourth quarter.
I think they did.
If not just the majority of the fourth quarter.
Well, and that's, like I said, that's I think that's your takeaway from this game. Yes, great win, for a good conference win here for Mishawaka, but it appears, at least for tonight, that Coach Aklinski is starting to figure out who his guys are. Who are the guys that you can trust late in the game when the game is still on the line? And surprisingly enough, there's a freshman in the mix there, but I really like the way Maddox Yohe has been playing. I also like the way that particular 5 plays together. And you'll see other guys in there when it's important. I mean, Alex Boggs had some foul trouble today, so he wasn't in there. And you can't take Hoopengarner off the court when he was as successful as he was offensively. But, yeah, a good 5 there for Mishawaka. We'll see if that translates here in the next couple of games.
All right. 63-58, an 8-point win. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll let the U.S. Sign Crafters scoreboard show and also the RBI's Unlimited statistics. And just remind you that your uniform descriptions tonight were brought to you by Kevin Drazier and the team at BSN Sports. Mishawaka had home whites on with maroon numbers and gold trim. Bremen wore green road uniforms, white numbers, and black trim. BSN supplies uniforms and team apparel for several high schools, including Mishawaka. If your team wants to look good, give Kevin Drazier a call, 229-7999. BSN Sports is proud to be the exclusive provider of Under Armour uniforms for the Mishawaka Cavemen. Back with our post-game wrap-up right after this on 96.1 WSBT, the sports leader.
U.S. Sign Crafters, innovative design, professional project management, quality manufacturing and installation.